Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking Love and Marriage Huntsville. You guys know why you are here. Today we have an update, you guys, involving the major lawsuit, you guys. The countersuit as well against one of the core 6 members of Love and Marriage Huntsville. You know who he is. Against the O Network. And guess what, you guys? Black Titanic's attorney has not come to play. I need to contact her, man. Anytime I am in some legal trouble for the areas of expertise that she provides, because she is ruthless, you guys. So apparently on the 12th, you guys, which was on Friday, she filed a motion and addressed several accounts, basically saying, listen, Maurice, you're not like us. You waited way too long. You did not file any counterclaims. You didn't file any responses within the specified time frame from being denied your motion to dismiss the countersuit claims and all of the things. And basically that's an admission of guilt, you guys. And, you know, laid out all of the 21 counts and how Maurice just provided nothing. Provided no response or just didn't give anything, didn't take this seriously at all. Basically said his deadline would have been, I guess pertaining to the business days and everything else, would have been till July 5th to formally, you know, file a response and respond to all of the claims and provide receipts, provide information as to why he feels that he should be removed from the case, how he feels he has supporting evidence that can refute Black Titanic basically countersuing him. And it's a dead end, you guys. It is a dead end, and this is embarrassing. This is the prime example, you guys, of effing around. And then you're going to find out. Here's what has happened. Isn't this a recent graduate of law school, you guys? Isn't this a recent person who has gotten their Juris Doctorate, if you will, and their law license and all the things? So this is like, you guys, if you send out, you know, a new nurse or a new physician or a new attorney, and you just throw them out to the wolves without the proper orientation, without the proper training to know how to do their job, which is why you have a probationary period, you guys. But it was very bizarre that so quickly after, you know, Maurice graduated from law school, he's like representing himself, he's representing, you know, his brother, and not showing up to court dates and all these things, allegedly. So it's like, what is happening? Here's what I think. And the honest truth, right? I think Maurice didn't think this was going to go this far. I truly believe Maurice and Kimmy were told, per the last reunion, hey, you guys need to bring something this next season or it is going to be your last, right? And so there was already complaining amongst the cast, as you guys know, about Mel. There's already complaints amongst the cast about the Melimeters and Mel supporters and everything else. So it was already going to be in the works, since that narrative was already being put out there, that the Melimeters and the Mel supporters and the YouTubers were going to be a storyline, you guys. We're going to be a storyline this season. And so therefore, with that being said, with that being a storyline, that was an opportunity for Maurice to utilize his grievances with a few of the content creators and the threats of the lawsuit, and for him to present this image to the public and to the viewers and to the audience that he was the good guy, he was the good attorney, and he is being bullied, he is being attacked, there are false allegations against him, and that was going to be the storyline to piggyback off of what happened with Stormy's issue, right? That was going to be, you know, their grand slam to really try to, you know, hit home that the Melimeters are the reason, the Mel supporters are the reason, the Melody Shree Rogers is the reason for everything that is wrong with this cast and anything negative that happens in their lives. That was the direction. But things got real when OWN got added to this lawsuit. Things got real when the countersuit claim came in with 21 counts, you guys, $5 million per count. And then it was no longer a game, right?
And so then you do what you only can do, and that is request to dismiss, get this dismissed, except for it got denied. And like I said, even though, Black Titanic's case isn't denied, neither is, Maurice's request for the countersuit to be denied. And I said that is because the judge wants to hear this full case and feels that there is enough information, there is enough evidence there that validates this countersuit, that validates including the O network in this lawsuit, and potentially more people, potentially cast members, potentially production crew, and all of the things as we get deeper into this lawsuit. But I truly don't believe that Maurice thought that this was going to go this far. I think he thought that he could threaten these people. He thought these people, probably thought some negative stereotypes about some of these YouTubers, that they weren't intelligent, probably tried to age shame them, probably tried to shame them in other ways, and thought, hey, I'll threaten them, they'll back down, I'll have a storyline to make myself look good and make myself look like the victim on the show, like everybody else seems to do. But nonetheless, once the countersuit came, once Own's name got dragged into this, it was a wrap. Literally, for the screen time on the show, as well as all of this other tomfoolery. And I just don't understand at what point did you think that this was not going to happen? If you're already complaining about a fan base, you guys, if you're already sending hate and negative stereotypes to a fan base with zero receipts, and you keep repeating and regurgitating the same lies over and over and over again to filter out to certain people to distribute that lie, again, with zero receipts, with zero facts to back any of that information up, do not be surprised when things like this happen. But here is the thing. You got your win, Maurice, when you requested the content creators to take down the videos. That was your win. That was your peace offering. When they took down the videos, regardless if they felt it was, facts or not, they said, you know what, it's not worth all this tomfoolery, we'll just take down the videos. But then you wanted to take a step further and was like, no, you've got to beg down on your knees and apologize to me, and it has to be a sincere, heartfelt apology, and blah, 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 or I'm going to sue. And it's like, wait, what? And so I know some people are going to be like, well, why didn't they just apologize? But it's like, if based off of what they found, if they feel what they found was factual information, was legitimate information, why would they apologize? Now, it's one thing if something's flat out slander or flat out defaming somebody, but if they flat out allegedly found your real records, how is that a lie? But I think it was some of the other allegations, some of the other things that just really, offset them. But it's just funny because it's like, these are the least people that are on the screen of the show. They're getting less screen time than even the part-time cast members, but are making the most noise of all of this tomfoolery. And you're the one that started this. Like I said, with the division with the Funky Dineva Awards, you have made it your mission to make the YouTubers your focus and your energy, and trying to separate people and trying to discourage people from discussing the show by claiming who is and who isn't biased, and allowing for the people that you felt a certain type of way about to get bullied and to get attacked in their DMs, to the point people just stopped talking about Lamh and Huntsville for good. Even your so-called quote-unquote supporters decided, you know what? This isn't worth it. These fans are not worth it. These crazies are not worth it. And so in thinking that you got rid of some of the Mel supporting channels and the Mellometers, you actually got rid of some of your supportive channels. And the people that were going hard in the paint for you, or that were neutral for you. But again, that wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Because again, all of you guys tune in to all these YouTubers. You guys all tune in. You guys are either in the bushes or are under some alias or whomever, trying to see what everyone has to say about you. And then you get in your feelings if you don't you don't like what you want to hear. But the problem is, some of you don't understand the difference between having an opinion and flat out defamation and slander. If somebody doesn't agree with how you conduct yourself, if somebody doesn't agree with some of the things you say and do on the show, that is somebody's right to have that opinion. But the problem is, you think by threatening lawsuits against people it is going to all of a sudden have everybody run and hide and stop talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville, or only say good things about you if they report on you. And that's not how this works. Sorry, people's integrity aren't for sale. People's morals are not for sale, you guys. This notion where people are just going to look the other way. I mean, there's some people who do that, you know, who will brag about certain relationships and connections that they have and completely, you know, ignore all of the problematic things people have said and done for the sake of maintaining that relationship. But it shows your hand, it shows your cards, it shows that you're willing to be bought. It shows that you're willing to sell your soul for the right price and for the right amount of clout and access. But not everybody's like that. They're not like us. Right? Some of us have our souls. Some of us cannot be bought. Some of us do not need to be hanging out and trying to get tea from everybody and trying to quote unquote expose everybody and trying to record everybody. Nobody's got time for that. All of us have stuff to do. All of us have legit jobs. We have legit families. We have legit lives. So we don't have time for all of this other foolishness behind the scenes. And stalking people and going from channel to channel to see what everybody is saying, going from chat to chat and screen grabbing the comments and trying to use it for a lawsuit. Nobody has time for all that. Except for the unemployed, you guys. Except for the people who have nothing but time all day. But this is what happens when people are so arrogant, when people think that they're the smartest person in the room, when people think that they have all of the answers, you guys, and they think that they're going to get away with anything. And they're used to picking on certain types of people that will just back down. But you don't know who you're dealing with when you're dealing with people on YouTube or on social media in general. You have no idea the type of people you're dealing with. But this was crazy. I mean, you know, like I said, I think this was, you know, an attempt to utilize as a storyline. Like they probably knew about, you know, what Stormy was going to utilize for her storyline already. And, you know, they said, hey, since this person's name is already out there, I can latch on to this name too. And I can threaten with a lawsuit, and it doesn't matter whether or not, you know, ever sees the light of day, because nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to investigate. Except for it got real when this countersuit happened and when Own got at it. And then Own comes out and is like, I don't know her. I don't know her. She doesn't work for us. She's not like us. Like it's real out here now. But, you know, going past the deadline and not properly responding to the counts and not doing what you need to do, and you're supposed to be this respected attorney and this established and experienced attorney, and, you know, this lawyer is on one. Like, she is ruthless, and I'm here for it all. She is really laying down the gauntlet, you guys, and saying, listen, I'm not here to play with you. This isn't the show. This isn't scripted. This isn't a storyline. This is real life. And we're going to go through each and every single one of these counts. We're going to address the 46 pages of Black Titanic's complaint, and you can either take it or leave it. But listen, what you're not going to do is just not respond in the appropriate time frame and just think that that's going to be okay. What you're not going to do is not provide proper receipts and proper responses to the specified counts of this countersuit and think that it's all going to be willy-nilly. No. So I am here for the chaos, you guys. I am here for the mess. Like I said, Rome was not built in a day, so do not expect this lawsuit to be built in a day and to be just, you know, over and done with like a week or a month or two. No. But it's going to be interesting once we get to a point, once officially they say, hey, we're going to take this to trial, right? It is going to be interesting how quickly settlement talks start if discovery happens and there is certain things that come out that people do not want out there, that is going to expose, that is going to confirm the agenda against Black women, that Black women are specifically being targeted on and off the show, and that Black female YouTubers are specifically being targeted that review and discuss this show. And I just don't understand, you know, the thought process on why didn't anybody think big picture? and why anybody didn't think that this was not going to, go a certain way. Again, the days of just bullying people into silence are over. The days of just thinking that you can get your own way because you've picked on the little guys before that can't fight back, that was going to be the same motto that you were going to apply to this YouTube stuff, and you thought wrong. And you kept bragging how it was Carlos King that was giving you all this advice. But obviously this advice is not advising you guys. It's advising you in the wrong direction. It's advising you into some potentially serious consequences if none of this works out for you. If the judge finds you liable for anything, for any of these counts, like, it is just crazy to me that again, people didn't take this seriously, but you were the one that started this. It's always the people, you guys, that throw the rocks, that hide their hands, that want to talk all big and bad, but then when it's time to put up or shut up, then it's too much for them. Then the stage is too big for them. Then it's like, oh, no, I wasn't expecting it to get to this. But you said you were the esteemed, attorney. You were the professional. You were the one that had all the answers. You knew all the tricks of the trade, or did you? Or was that all just talk in hopes that people were going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be scared. I'm not going to go through with this. No. You can't do that. You never underestimate your opponent, you guys. And don't make strangers either your opponent. For what? People you've never seen or interacted before. You're going to make an enemy out of for what? When you have no idea who these people are, you have no idea who these people know, or who these people are related to, or what type of connections they have. But because you're in your feelings about a video, or about a comment, or about a nickname they called you, these are the lengths that you take? But then you don't even have the wherewithal to properly respond? And respond per the appropriate timelines and dates that are necessary to plead your case, and not properly respond to the specified counts to give a proper counterclaim to what the countersuit is claiming against you and own. Which is why I said this is giving, they thought this could just be a storyline. They could manipulate whatever, the court proceedings were going to be and not expect anybody to look into it. And it completely backfired. And like I said, once OWN got officially added to the lawsuit, it was a wrap. And so were the scenes on the show. And so was the said storyline for this lawsuit on the show, because the problem now is if they try to utilize anything pertaining to anything going on to this lawsuit, it can be used against them in the court of law. So now you're not only putting, you and Kimmy's positions on the show at risk, you're putting the show at risk, you're putting your other cast members at risk, you're putting the production crew at risk, you're putting everybody at risk. All because you were upset about something somebody said. And you requested them to take the videos down, they did that. But then once you said that they had to beg and grovel and cry on the YouTube streets and cry and beg for your forgiveness and beg for mercy, nobody was doing that. Nobody was doing that. These aren't children. These aren't 2 or 3-year-olds. Stop it. These are grown adults. These are grown women who know exactly what they were doing. But the problem is some people cannot handle what they hear. And in particular, they cannot handle what people think about them. And if it hits too close to home with some of their opinions on it, they get in their feelings instead of just not listening, instead of just tuning it out, instead of trying to rectify the situation and, do something with their lives. But their lives are consumed by what everyone is saying about them. But then they never do anything to change that opinion. But the threats and the, trying to bully people into silence and bully people to stop doing whatever you want them to stop doing is never the answer, because you never know who you're dealing with. And this is the example of what happens when you don't know who you're dealing with, when you don't know the connections people have, when you don't know the type of high-powered attorneys people have in their back pocket. But nonetheless, we're going to continue to monitor it because this is crazy. Either way, where this is going to go, more than enough noise has been made, you guys, to where eyeballs are on this case. And potentially more people can be added to this case depending on how far this case goes. So we've got a long ride, you guys. We've got a long ride. Unless people realize the block is too hot and want to settle. But nonetheless, we've got a long ride to really go through this with a fine tooth and nail. Because people thought that this was going to be a game. But this isn't it. This isn't it at all, you guys. So there is that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.